Okay, let me create a model dialog is created. Next, it is asking about give me a model content, model header. Okay, model title, model body, model footer. Okay, so let me copy model dialog. Inside of the model, it is asking the things. So which is the thing? So model first one is model header. So my header is modify user information. Done. Next, remove this one. Next thing is okay, model body. This is my model body. I don't have the model footer. No. These two buttons I can able to kept in one place in a footer. Save. Save. Click on edit. See model information, update, close, full name, phone number. Close button after text, right? That's why I'm just modifying. Okay, see model information, close button, username, phone number, update, close, everything is came perfectly. No need to write anything. Okay, everybody is following, right? Okay, so we have created a model. The thing was done. Next, when you are going to open this model, we need to pass this data. We need to pass this data. Based on that values, it will invoke. So that is nothing but a data passing from parent to child component. That is nothing but a passing the information between the nested components. Take a heading. Is that understand everyone? Passing data from parent to child component. So as of now, everybody's followed, right? How to create a pop-up model and everything. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now the model is ready because these are the ready-made things. Bootstrap also no need to dig and learn into it. But we need to think, okay, these are the concepts are available. What are the things? Now click on the edit function. Now I'm going to open one more component. This component should show my data as username test, name test, phone number 123. If we click on update, once I close this pop-up, this value should be updated here. Okay, that we are going to do. Even though two values are updating, you can able to use the same concept for 100 values update as well as. Okay. Okay. Next, where I'm going to perform a click action, I'm going to perform a click action from the registered users component.html. So when I click on here, right, I need to collect this ID, user specific ID, and I need to pass this model. So this is the model is existing in the another component. Okay, is that understand that point? So how to do that one? Simply add a one click action. User perform a click, need to call a function get user ID. User ID. Which is the user ID? Item. Simply data binding. Do data binding. Item dot ID. Item dot ID. Right. So this user ID will be come to a function. Now Go to the registered user component file, create a one variable user ID to edit, type number is equal to 0. Next. So this is the function, get user ID to edit. I will write like this. Then function will be indicate our functionality. So go to this HTML file, change here. Next, a ID will be the input parameter for this function. Okay, a ID will be the input parameter for this function. ID type number. Okay, so immediately user ID to edit. This dot user ID to edit is equal to ID. So let me show in a pop-up. Alert. Show pop-up faster. Then we can able to go to the second step. First level of step, when user click on the I edit button, I'm just holding that value in a one variable. Item.id registration. Go to registration here. ID small ID only. Registered user component. Always spec file I'm opening. F3. So this is the function which is the type of the number. So what is the error? Error occur in the template of registered user. What it is saying? Argument type is nothing but any. Argument type is any. It is not accessible to the type number. It is saying that one, which is not a number, which is a so and so other type. Okay. So and so other type means will convert to the same. So it is saying that one. Here you are specifying the number, but it is not a number. It is a something else. Specify the any. That is it. It is the error showing. Compile, fail to compile again. So what is the error? Now it is not showing the error. It is showing the different. Get user to edit.
Item is default let. Is it let or variable over there?
Correct.
Item
Yeah, we have not mentioned. Let me check. Okay. Registered user data. So here item is this one only inside of the T body.
Okay.
TR only. Let item of registered users. This item simply bind into interpolation. Interpolation item dot id. Save. Let us see what is the error. If you error in this file error, unexpected token brace, expected identifier keyword. How many square brackets are there? 2 to 4 only, right? Item dot id item compiled successfully. Okay, I just removed that brace. Click on id, pop up id. Okay, next click on editor. Now 2 has to become 2 came. Okay, so already it is the binding right here. Already brace are there, so no need to write interpolation here. Okay, inside a function no need to write interpolation. You can able to simply give like this item dot id. Okay, now id is came. Everyone understand as of now how to get id? Everybody taking the steps? Get ID on edit. So how we done? Okay, add the button in the table tr row. Next, passing the item dot id as parameter or argument. Parameter. You need to write like this. Step 2, what we have done? Created the respective function, which is the function here. I'm saying that right, passing item dot id as parameter to a click function. Create respective click function in a TS file. We created or not? Yes, we created. That's it. Next. So here ID, right? Now let me go here, change this type to a number. It will work. So earlier, because of the data binding, it is coming the error. But ID always number only, right? It can able to work. Compile successful. ID 1K, pop-up, close that pop-up, edit, ID 2K, okay, close the pop-up. Next, passing the data from parent to child component. The concept is driven by the input. If I want to pass the parent from data from parent to child, the concept is called input. Okay, so which is the child? Go to the child file. Take a step 1. Input, import step 1. Go to the child component. Okay, first we will see and then we'll take a steps. At the rate step 1, import input from Angular/core. Step 2, at the rate input variable name. User ID will be the input parameter, type number, right? So which is the input from the parent? That's why simply decorate like a at the rate input. At the rate input brace. Okay, at the rate input base user ID. Okay, done. Save it. 2 steps are done. Fail to compile user ID. Okay, we'll assign some default value. Okay, default value it is asking. Fail to compile. Done. Successfully generated. Next. So what I'm done is simply created a variable, decorated with the at the rate input. That's it. It will get a ID from a parent. Okay. Okay. Once it get ID from a parent, then on it this dot alert this dot is ready. Okay, on it no, I think on changes. Next step 2 is done. Step 1 import. Step 2 decorate the variable with at the rate input. Next step 3, go to the parent HTML file. Go to the parent HTML file. So this is our child component call, right? Here we need to mention. No, we need to mention like a property binding. So user ID is equal to so this dot user ID to edit. This is the step 3. Save. Compile. Okay, component is loaded. Done. Edit user ID is 1. Okay, pop-up is loaded. Let me go to the child component. ng on changes give me a second. Keep waiting, Windows is not responding. Okay, let me reopen. We are in child component alert this dot user okay, ng on changes ng on change on change. Okay. No, not this one. Implement on wait a second. I think it is on changes. On changes, save it. Is that saved? 0 0 edit 1 1. Okay. So this is the child component ID. Okay. Is that refreshed? 1. System is not refreshed. Child component ID came first. 1. Child component ID 1. Okay, I can able to open. 1. Child component, sorry, 2. Child component ID 2. Sir, what is this ng on changes? Now I'm getting a confusion. So as like ng on in it, ng on changes also one of the default function as a part of the Angular page lifecycle. Okay, what it will do? I will explain this one later, but I will explain the basics of things. What it will do, right? Any input parameter of parent is changed, immediately this function is called. Any parameter inside a parent function is changed, this parameter, this function will be called. Okay, how it will be called? For example, this is the child you are calling from a parent. Okay, this is the child you are calling from a parent. What you are doing? So on a click of edit button, you are calling a function. On a click of edit button, you are calling this function. Where this function exists, this function is exist here. For this function, you are setting a some value to a one variable. Okay, one value to a variable. That value is specified on the top of the child component as a input parameter. As this is called a input @input parameter. So when this value changes, automatically it has to be notified to the child component. Yes or no? Automatically it has to notify to the child component. How it will be notified to the child component means in the child component, add a function ng on changes, which is the default function provided by Angular. Any input parameter changes from the parent, this function will be notified. But here you are changing that function, but you need to write a logic, right? Where to logic? That's why Angular given the function. So whenever a parent from the parent component, you are passing some data to the child. So you don't have the function to call. I will give a function that is function called is ng on changes. It will call immediately change. For example, just like a text box, you will write a change function, right? Same here. There on change, here ng on changes. Angular on changes. Okay. Next. Is that clear for everyone? Let us take the notes. Steps. Step 1. Hello, everybody is following or not?
Yes,
Step
Krishna.
1.
Yes, sir.
Import input from @angular/core, because you're getting as input parameter, right? This is the concept of Angular. It is saying that one input. Next, step 2, create a variable in a child. All these things should be done in a child component. In a child component, create a variable in a child component and decorate with @input. @input. Simply how to do? Example, @input variable name, some data, or else some id colon number is equal to 0. id colon number equal to 0, which is the default syntax of to create a variable. Simply decorate @input on the top of that one. 2 steps are done. Next, step 3. Step 3. Step 3. What is the next step? Parent component. Go to parent component on the child component, calling nothing but a as element. We're calling as element, right? Specify @input decorated variable as property binding. So what I'm saying, go to the parent component. Done. So on the child component calling, where we're calling on the child component, here we're calling the child component. So on the child component, okay, so you created one variable @input from a child component, specify that one as a property binding. Simply, sir, can I use id? Yes, you can able to use id. This id should be matched to a variable here. You need to put like a id, otherwise it will not come. Sir, can I have how many input on the top of the one child? You can able to have the many inputs. You can get another inputs as well. Okay. Decorate as a property binding. Take this one. Okay, is that done? Next, step 4, create a action in parent component and pass the and assign, not a pass, assign, assign value to a variable and bind that variable in a child component selector, which is the selector, right? Selector input variable. So simply create a action in parent component and assign a value to a variable. Okay, and bind to that variable, comma, in child component, bind to that variable in a child component selector input variable. So what it means? So simply create a one function there, assign some value to this user to edit, and then bind this one back to a user ID here. So for this one, you need to take this one. Please let me know. Everyone taken the note. Everybody taken?
Not yet.
No, Krishna.
If you follow the certain steps, right, simply create a steps and follow the steps. Then you can't able to forget. Step 1, import.
Go.
Hmm.
Can we go to step 2, Krishna?
Create a respective click function in, okay, step 2, create a variable in child component and decorate with @input. So this is nothing but a metadata. If you are saying
That means it's a
component @ng model, all these are metadata. No, sorry, ng module, not mentioned.
Okay.
Everybody is done. Next. So by this one I can able to get a ID, user ID I'm getting here. What I need to do next? So where is my data? Where is my user data? I'm having the user data in which service? Storage service. Okay, I need to give that reference in a storage service. Import from /services /sto storage service. Storage service. Next, what we need to do? We need to create a private variable in a constructor. Private variable in a constructor. Okay. Next, save. Next, here the user ID is ready. We need to bind this value to a pop-up. So what are the values we are binding as of now? Email and phone number, right? Email type of string is equal to empty. Next one, phone number type number is equal to 0. Okay, sir, here you are saying the single, right? But practical I can able to have an object type. You can able to create object as well instead of this one. You can able to create as an object. What is that object? Registered users, right? So where can able to get that object? Here, registration. This is your model. Okay, because on the model pop-up we're showing a registration. So create a variable colon registration is equal to new registration. Here variable name should be camel case registration. Variable is ready. Save it. So next what we need to do? We need to simply bind the data. So how to bind the data? By using the combination of property and ng model. ng model registration smaller. Dot email. So that's why I'm saying that one. If you miss any class also, the basics will be come in a next classes also. Okay, we can able to cover those values. Email after phone number. Binding is done. Variable ready. Only what we need to do, we need to call a service, get the data. Okay, is that clear everyone? I'm just imported the model, binded the data. Next, go to the service. Which is the service? Storage service. So storage service, what we have done? This is getting all the users. This is for save function. Can we create a function? Get registered user data by ID. registered user, not users, users data by ID. I'm creating a function which will return the registration. Only one data, right? Not a collection of the data. Here it is a collection. Now I will return the one data set itself. Okay, what I need to return? Same, I need to get the data from here. Copy paste. Okay, on the top of this one, I can able to filter and get the data. So instead of copy paste, here already I'm having the one function to get all the data. Yes or no? Yes. One function here I have. Okay, let data is equal to this function will be return a collection of the data. Everybody is following or not? I'm having the input parameter as a number. Okay, what I need to do? I need to simply loop through the information. Okay, so what I need to return for? Okay, wait. So what I need to return? I need to return a one variable. Let is equal to new. Okay, registration. Done. I created a variable. This variable I will return this variable. Done. What I need to do? I need to filter. I need to loop through all the values inside of this one, and I need to filter. Okay, how to loop through these values? For I will use the item. I will use the second for of let item of data. Sir, you are calling this one here directly. Can I consume? Means you can able to consume directly instead of assigning to the variable, calling something again. You thought something memory consume. You can able to call like this. Let item of registered user data. So it will loop through the values. If item dot id is equal to input id, incoming id, then return item, or else you can able to assign this variable declaration not here. You need to move to the top, simply paste here. I created a variable and I'm just calling this function. This function will be return the collection of the registered users. On the top of that one, simply creating a for loop when item dot id is equal to incoming item, then I need to assign this item to registration, or else you can able to directly write a return statement here. Okay, if you write directly return statement, you will get a compilation error. To avoid this one, assign to a variable. Fail to compile, get registered users data. Okay, we forget to mention this dot, this. Okay, compile successfully. So once this data is coming, where I need to, is that fine? Is that logic? Understand? Everyone got it? Where I need to call? Go to the registration, edit. From here we need to call this dot storage service dot, which is the function, this function. For this function I will pass this dot user id. So this output of this function is nothing but a one registered data. You can able to assign like this. In Angular, we need to follow the simple steps. Angular will take care of how to bind the data, get the data, fetch the data. Only you need to assign the data in a service. That service will be written. See here, if you hover over that one, what it will show? It will show I will return the registered users. Let's check any compilation error is there or not. No compilation error. Let me go here. It is why it is not refreshed. Click on edit. One. test@gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6. Close. Next test one, right? Edit. Second ID test1 at the rate gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6. That's it. What we need to do? Just simply go to a service. I created a function. That's it. I'm just consuming the function and assigning to a variable. Everybody's understand? Is that everyone got?